Hi, it's Adam from Eltham Digital. I help clients with their websites and their Google ads, and I've made this video to show you something that it's completely changed my business. It's quite revolutionary, and if you have a website or if you run Google ads, this will be well worth a watch. It all started with a client asking me a simple question, and that was if I had any visibility around the 1st and 2nd of this month. I just wondered if that aligned with something in particular that you couldn't measure. Basically, they'd received a lot of inquiries during a few days and just wanted to know what was behind it. Let the games begin. All right, so the first thing you do is you start by looking at Google Analytics. This will show you who visited your website, how they found it, and what they did when they were there. Did they fill in a form, or did they only stick around for a few seconds? Lots of charts and data to study there. Then you move on to Google's Search Console. This tracks how people are finding the site organically, and by that I mean not with a paid advert. This site showing up in organic results with certain keywords. Again, lots of charts and data to study there also. Then you open up another browser window and check out the client's Google Ads campaign. This is where you can pay to get to the top of search results. You enter into an auction on each search with your competitors. And this is probably the most convoluted of the three, endless charts and data to study. So with multiple tabs open, including ChatGPT or Claude, you spend considerable time trying to piece together the jigsaw puzzle that tells the story of what went on. And I thought there has to be a better way to do this. Wouldn't it be great if you could ask a question one time only and you could get everything having a conversation together? So the code base could talk to the Google ads, the analytics could talk to the Search Console, and I could sit back and let them all figure things out for themselves and get a detailed, evidence-based response. Well, you guessed it, I built it. And here is the tool. It's a web front end that allows me to interact with my clients. And I can toggle their tools on and off. You can see the ones we just mentioned. They are all checked for this client, which just happens to be myself. We also have a details slider, as I was finding some of the responses I was getting a little bit long-winded and I wanted something more brief. So now it's time to ask a question. Analyze my paused Google Ads campaign and tell me what I should do before I restart it. Consider my newly refreshed website. We send that off and the tool starts. I've sped this up considerably as it does a lot of heavy lifting in getting the answers back. How is it getting the answers? It is using something called an MCP server. Google have released an official one for Google Ads that lets you interact with every nook and cranny of your campaigns. It can fire off dozens of tailored questions and queries and ask everything about your campaign. And with that answer, fire off a question to the Google Analytics MCP server. It has unrestricted access to all the data it needs. As the tool is sitting on top of a running instance of Cursor, it can fully interact with the code base too. It can check that the conversion tracking is set up correctly in your code. It can also suggest changes to underperforming pages. If your site is running on WordPress, that's fine too, as there is a WordPress MCP server that lets the tool interact with every line of code of your WordPress website. No stone is left unturned. And here is the result of that query. It has pulled the two paused ad campaigns and shown the number of clicks and the amount spent. The feedback is brutally honest. The tool doesn't sugarcoat anything. If the conversion tracking isn't set up correctly, it'll tell you. It'll tell you what keywords wasted the most money. It'll check your website's landing pages. It'll suggest keywords that will deliver the best results. It'll give you action plans and to-do lists to work through to get everything into shape. It's like having a Google Ads employee sitting next to you looking over the entire campaign and punching holes in it. No more guesswork or crossing fingers. This is the real deal, backed with real data, and it's a sobering experience. You can also paste images directly into the chat, just like ChatGPT, and you can ask a follow-up question, continue the conversation, and it'll happily do that. What are some killer questions you can ask to get the most of this tool? You could ask, where is my Google Ads campaign leaking money? Check my conversion tracking end to end and it'll check the code base. Why are visitors leaving without contacting me? If you could change 3 things in this Google Ads account, what would they be? Which keywords should I stop bidding on? Pretend you're a Google Ads consultant, audit my entire account. And how can I get 30% more leads without increasing my budget? And there's many more. You can really get a lot out of this. Thank you for watching. You've made it to the end. Not many people make it to the end. As a special gift for being 1 in 10 people that make it to the end, I'll get in touch and I'll run an audit on your campaign. Thank you very much.